Hi, I'm Alex Rodriguez, founder of Simply Services, and this is your 2-minute drill. In our last video, we talked about the iron triangle and the relationship between time, resources, and scope of work. Today, let's talk about what a flexible scope of work looks like in the real world. If we were to create a representation of how most of us have been conditioned to work, you may get what we have on the right-hand side of the board. Now, each individual sticky represents an individual work item. And the way we may approach work is to say, I'm going to work on these items today, and I'm going to work on these items tomorrow. We would measure a good day by saying we started so many pieces of work, or we kept so many pieces of work going. But there's a couple of drawbacks to working this way. The first drawback is your attention is scattered. It becomes difficult to do quality work if you're trying to do too many things at once. The second drawback is that there are no trade-offs being made. If everything is important, then nothing becomes important. The third drawback is that you're not going to finish work. So while you may measure success by how many things you kept going, after a period of time, you're not going to get any return on the investment of your time and resources. Now contrast that with the Agile way of working. Here, the work items have been prioritized based on value or highest criticality. Those items are at the top of this list. Next, you work on individual items one at a time. I realize a lot of people will say that we should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time, but you shouldn't start a second item until you finish the first item. And you do the same thing. You wouldn't start the third item until you finished the second item. There's a reason for that, and we can delve into that more in later videos. But the benefit of working in this way is if you only had 1 week of time and resources, if your 1 week stopped right here, you would have these 4 items as completed items, and this would be the return of your investment of time and resources. Whereas over here, there's no return of investment of time and resources. So we've dipped our toe a little bit into what scope of work looks like in the real world. In our next video, we're going to talk about how we deal with disruptions or changes in our market, and what do we do when we get new work items. I'm Alex Rodriguez, founder of Simply Services, and this has been your 2-minute drill.